What's good? What's good? My football fans. Hey, it's your man Wildcard Mar here. Hey, and of course, yes, I know what y'all gonna say. Another podcast. Yes. Hey, it's football season. We gotta give these people this football content. So the purpose of this podcast, under further review, is not to be here forever. And I am a fan. I am not gonna act like I am an expert. This is just, take a second or sometimes the third look at a football game and maybe when we talk water cooler talk, football talk, what we saw is pretty much what we're going to talk about. So why did one team win and why did one team lose? So that's the purpose of this podcast. Again, I am not an expert. I'm just here because I love football. So without further ado, it's Chiefs, it's Chargers, it's Brazil. Yeah, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Hey, let's take it under further review. All right, so let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right. Hey, shout out to my people, man, down sport. What's happening? The crew over there. Let's just get into it. Like I said, I am not an expert. I'm a lover of football, and we're gonna take it on the front review on why the result of 27-21 in the Chargers' favor, why they go down that way. All right. So when you at this water cooler, you with your homies in the barbershop, um, we're having sports conversation. Hopefully, I could bring some clarity to the conversation and hopefully you're not talking off of emotions. Excuse me, got choked up. It's because I'm excited to talk football. So let's tackle this uh, from the Chargers defense and what played a big role, in my opinion, in their 27-21 victory over the Chiefs. Uh, so looking at my notes, I went over it again. Chargers defense, I thought they were very physical, very physical. Shout out Derwin James. I went on the Lightning Strike Bolt podcast with the fellas over there. They do a phenomenal job with the Chargers content, and I raved about Derwin James, and he proved me right again. Derwin James is a problem. Derwin James is nasty. He set the tone, very physical. Um, we also got to show respect to Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack is still a problem, even though he's a veteran in this game. He's been in the league for some time, but it don't look like he's slowing down. That guy is still a problem. Uh, I will say that Chargers defense probably just like most defense got exposed over the middle of the field. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense was able to find some plays over the middle of the field. But I think that's a problem with most defenses, and definitely a problem for the Chiefs defense as well. Uh, so that was some of the places where the Chiefs were able to move the ball. But I will give the Chargers defense a lot of credit. Turned the Chiefs very one dimensional. Some of it's Andy's fault because he quits on the run game, but the defense did a good enough job to make Andy Reid mentally say, "Hey, abandon the run. Nah, can't do this no more." So, shout out to that. And probably the only knock I would say for the Chargers defense against the Chiefs in Brazil was, hey, at some point when you see Mahomes keep doing all these scrambles, you might want to spy him. Probably waited a little bit too late to kind of make adjustments to that. But other than that, I thought the Chargers defense was very on point, very physical, set the tone, definitely won the trench warfare. Let's talk about that. Unsung hero, Mr. Tart. Look at this clip that I was able to find, and I think this plays a big part into some of the success that the Chargers had on defense. Let's take a look. Let me
He
turn
got to
the.
slap Travis Kelce in the face with very little repercussion. That had to feel kind of good. He then proceeded to ruin the Chiefs' entire game plan in the
He
fourth
did
quarter by batting not one,
not
not
two,
two, but
but
three
three.
Mahomes
Huh.
passes, stymieing the Chiefs' comeback attempt single handedly.
Yeah.
Before his tipping spree, he was rushing the highest paid right guard in football, Trey Smith, and not having much success.
Yep.
But he was watching these throws zip right on over his head. If you watch any Chiefs game, you'll see
Hey,
Mahomes attempt a lot of one-step drop back passes where
yep.
he only takes one big step backwards and
Release.
immediately throws. Of course, the receivers don't have very long to get downfield, so these passes are often short.
Yeah. So Mr. Tart did a good job at that, and like the guy said, he had a chance to slap uh, Mr. Swift and got a free little 15-yard penalty. That was about it. I'm not sure if he'll get a fine, but hey, if Jalen Carter gets the ejection, just gets the fine and gets no suspension, uh, Mr. Tart should be fine. Just saying. That's just precedent that the refs are saying, or I'm sorry, Roger Goodell is setting when it comes to penalties or of that nature. But regardless, I thought there was an emphasis on sportsmanship. But what do I know? But no, Chargers defense did their damn thing. Uh, Especially smart putting Khalil Mack test. Hey, they tested that. Hey, you say you fixed the offensive line, Chiefs. All right, well, we're going to put it in test. And if you saw the game, and I've seen the game 3 times now, they did it with a lot of 4-man rush. So that's good when you get your 4-man rush. That's not good for the Chiefs' offensive line. That was supposedly fixed. I know the offensive line gelled a little bit later in the game. Still, Kingsley first regular season game at left guard. He played a little bit in the preseason at left guard, but anytime you line up Khalil Mack over him, I'm gonna take Khalil Mack over a guy that's having his first start at left guard 10 times out of 10. So smart by scheming that up. Josh Simmons, the left tackle for the Chiefs. I like the guy. He's young. He made some rookie mistakes. He played like a rookie, but he held his own as well. The true problem, and we'll flip it over to the Chiefs offense. Yeah, damn it. I said it on the Arrowhead Chief podcast. Shout out to my bro over there, Chris Steele. We do shows on Tuesday. I'm done on the Jawan Taylor experience. I'm over it. Yeah. $20+ million that you get paid to protect the right side of the line as the tackle. Too many false starts. How many false starts and penalties you're going to get before you understand that, hey, maybe I need to make adjustments. They've been picking on you since that opening game against Detroit a couple of years ago. They made emphasis on it. They've been on you. They've been watching when you line up, seeing if you're getting off the snap too early. They're on you, and they've been watching it ever since, and they've been flagging you ever since. At some point in time, make adjustments. It's now year 3. Like, come on now. Like, this is getting crazy. This is getting asinine. It's literally taking your head and banging it up against the concrete wall. Look, I'm gonna be frank. I'm gonna be honest. This was a complete how as the highlights are shown in the background. This was a complete Patrick Mahomes get on my back carry job. I don't care how anybody sees it. That's how I saw it that way. This is just me being honest. He had to deal with the struggles of the offensive line. He lost his number 1 receiver, who was originally his number 2 receiver, had to turn back into number 1 receiver because the receiver Rice suspension, and he loses him 3 plays in. And I'm pretty sure that kind of changed the tone on how they wanted to run their offense. But a Herculean effort from Mahomes. I obviously love this play right here where he drops the shoulder, and I don't care what nobody says. You're in bounds. You play football. That's football. All right. So I don't get the woofing and the crying about that. But yeah, a great play right here. He faked out Khalil Mack and gets to the power line on a nice scramble touchdown right there. That was a good play. Obviously, you're going to talk about the play he made to Juju, the little Mahomes magic. You're going to talk about that, but I absolutely love the Herculean effort that Patrick made. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. The man had to. He put the offense on the back. The offense could not move the football. Obviously, a lot of that credit goes to the Chargers defense, but damn it, Mahomes was like, nope. I just lost my number one wide receiver, number one wide receiver, 3 plays in. I love that play right there to Juju. Should have dialed up more plays for Juju. I trust that connection with him, but that's crazy right there. That is absolutely crazy to get that throw off. Obviously, I love the deep ball to Tyquan Thornton, and then of course, great scheming right there by Andy Reid to use Brashard Smith as a decoy, and Travis was wide open. Got to be honest with you, Travis. You outside that touchdown right there, it was kind of you was a little bit non-existent in that game. Just got to call a spade a spade. All right. I don't care that I'm a Chiefs fan. I like to, be frank and be honest. You did not have a great game. Outside of that touchdown that was schemed up perfectly by Andy Reid, you didn't see a lot of Mr. Swift that night. Derwin James, again, is a beast, and he did not shy from the one-on-one competition, and I'm still surprised that Hollywood Brown did not score right there on that throw. I was shocked by that, but it took a minute for that Chiefs offense to get going. Primarily, it was because on the back of Patrick Mahomes, he straight up said, "Nope, get on my back, get on my back," and that's exactly what he did. He told them boys to get on his back, and he led them to some 21 points. That's as good as it gets. The main reason I think the Chargers won is because they did a phenomenal job of giving Justin Herbert time. Giving him time. Chargers fans, be excited. Be excited. I think one of the things coming into that game, I was looking at, all right, Joe Alt, he was your right tackle. You move on to the left because of the Slater injury. All right, who else is going to step up? I mean, let's be honest. Chargers fans, be honest with me. Y'all were worried. Y'all was like, all right, here comes Chris Jones. All right, we only got one Joe Alt. Who else is going to show up? And I think a lot of the question marks when it comes to the offensive line play for the Chargers, obviously Zion Johnson, Bradley Bozeman, Mekhi Becton, and Trey Pipkins. Hey, they had to have been question marks because you didn't know what you were going to get outside of Joe Alt. And guess what? Zion Johnson, Bradley Bozeman, Mekhi Becton, and Trey Pipkins the third. Hey, bravo. You answered some questions. A lot of people, including I'm pretty sure a lot of Chargers fans, was, hey man, I don't know about this pass rush, or if we're gonna be able to pass protect on this offensive line. I saw no issues. So let's get into that. Here's one of the main reasons that contributed to a great game from Justin Herbert. Look at
this. Joe Alt took Chris Jones' soul last night. But first, I want to take a look at this rep. This is Joe Alt against Drew Tranquil, the linebacker on the right side of the screen. This is like wasting a player if you're Kansas City. There's no chance. I mean, look at that. That is just complete and total domination. A waste of a player if you're the Chiefs. Next up here, Joe Alt versus Chris Jones. They had limited reps against each other.
All right. Chiefs fans, don't get mad at me. I'm just relaying what happened in the game in Brazil. I have never, ever seen Chris Jones in a one-on-one situation get dominated like this. This was foreign territory for me, y'all. And for a lot of Chiefs fans, this was foreign territory. Joe Alt is a problem. He is a man-child. He is an anchor. He has the left side locked down. That was his natural position in college. Obviously, they moved him to right because they already had Slater. He goes down with the injury, and they just move him to his natural position. When Slater comes back, I don't know what you're going to do with them Chargers front office. But one thing that I would recommend, obviously, I'm not an expert. I never will claim to be. I would keep Joe Alt on the left side permanently for the rest of his 15 plus year career because he's going to play a long time. He's going to be an anchor. He's going to have many All Pros. He's going to have many Pro Bowls. We'll see if the organization can give him a Super Bowl. We'll see. But
the reps that they did take were dominated by Joe Alt. Here he has a strong two-handed punch. Boom! Right there, getting them big bear claws on Chris Jones. And look how he just stonewalls him. When's the last time you've seen Chris Jones stonewalled like this?
It's been a long time.
Tell me. I don't know. I mean, right now they're standing up having a conversation because it's so dominant, right? Next one here again, same story. Joe Alt, Chris Jones, dominant from one side. Look at this.
Boom.
This time Chris Jones actually does a nice job trying to get inside. Just try something on Alt. But watch the redirect from Joe Alt here. Watch the feet. Redirect inside. Keep those strong bear claws on him at all times. And again, dominate the rep. I mean, my goodness. Joe freaking Alt, ladies and gentlemen. The last one here, right side of your screen. Once again, same story. Same story. Chris Jones, this time he's moving around. He's standing up. It doesn't matter. Look at this. Boom. Two-handed strike. Claws on him. He can't go anywhere.
No.
I mean, he is truly locked up. What a phenomenal performance from Joe Alt. And shout out to Joe Alt and the Chargers. They won me a few bucks on the cow shack last night.
Yeah, they lost me some money, so I hope you enjoyed that. But no, Chargers offense. I know a lot of people are going to look at Justin Herbert like, oh man, he flamed them. He flamed the Chiefs, and he did. And I'll show the highlights of what Justin Herbert did in a second. He did. He took advantage of, obviously the Chiefs defense. I'll talk about the deficiencies that they had in a second. But look, there's a reason why Justin Herbert was able to do this. Move the ball up and down the field. I mean, look at these pockets led by Joe Alt. Literally, I just showed it to you guys. Stonewalling Chris Jones, stood him up. I mean, literally, Joe Alt is a problem, man. Tyler Conklin was looking like the greatest tight end in the history of football Friday night in Brazil. He was getting off. Lad McConkey, I love that slot receiver. He's a problem. He gets open. I know Justin Herbert was happy to see Keenan Allen back, one of his favorite targets. Keenan Allen had a fantastic game. Quentin Johnston, I went on the Chargers podcast talking shit. Hey, man, we got this. Long as y'all throw the ball to Quentin Johnston, he ain't going to catch it. This man went off. Quentin Johnston was looking like the new coming of damn Larry Fitzgerald, the way that he was playing against just in the way that they schemed him up, too. We'll talk about the deficiencies of the Chiefs defense in a second, but I just got to give praise to the Chargers offense. And it started up front. They won the trench wars, and it led to giving Justin Herbert time. And he just, man, had Spags probably pulling out hair. There's Quentin Johnston's, Keenan Allen's touchdown. But yeah, it's crazy how the pass rush just didn't come for the Chiefs. The sacks that the Chiefs did get, 2 from Drew Tranquil were off of schemed up plays, and they had to bring pressure, had to bring more than 4, had to bring 5 or 6. And then, of course, George Karlaftis got a little effort sack, but you can't rely on those every year. And then, of course, Justin Herbert puts the game on ice, smart play, gets out of the pocket, gets the scramble, and slides inbound. Chargers offense. One thing that I did notice, whatever you do, if you're running the ball, run behind Joe Alt. He's a monster. Amarion Hampton, he had a solid game. Give him a little bit more reps. He's going to be a problem. Definitely like what he did. When it comes to Justin Herbert, of course, that was probably the best game I've ever seen from Justin Herbert. The guy balled out. Loved what the OC did for him, getting him outside the pocket, bootlegs, play actions, and they started the game with a lot of throwing. I'm assuming, and this, I hate to assume. I think the Chiefs were expecting a lot of run, and they said, nah. Yeah, we gonna put it in Justin Herbert's hands, and he killed the Chiefs not only through the air, use his feet when need to, and he's still a big guy. He's hard to tackle. Uh, hey, great game plan from the Chargers. Pretty much, hey, let's go bombs away. Then they started scaling it back and made it more balanced towards that first drive that ended up in a touchdown. So, yeah, the Chargers offense was clicking on all cylinders. Won the trench warfare, had zero pressure. Justin Herbert was back there doing his taxes. He was writing up a will for the Chiefs defensive line. He was over there auditing the whole county of Los Angeles. He was doing whatever hell he wanted, just doing whatever. Everything was at will for him. So definitely shout out to the Chargers offense and as a whole. I'll speak on the whole game as a whole, but I got to touch on the Chiefs defense. Man, so disappointing. I ain't got a clip for the Chiefs defense. You know why? Because y'all didn't do anything memorable to find a clip. Just didn't. It was bad from the beginning all the way to the end. It was just bad. Obviously, the end, it didn't end good. It was just indicative of, the whole game. Chris Jones, of all people, know you need outside containment. Don't know why he decided, hey, let me just run inside. I need to get that sack. Yeah, all right, and there goes Herbert right up the sideline. I love you, Chris Jones. You're the best defensive tackle in the league, but you knew damn well you shouldn't have done that. And I'm pretty sure he knows that. Again, I'm not an expert, but hey, he knows that. But defense was just bad. My man Chris Style, his favorite player is Shamari Connor in his slot. Oh, yeah. Shamari Connor led the Chiefs defense in tackles because he was doing a lot of tackling because, as you saw some of those highlights, Ladd McConkey, Tyler Conklin, Keenan Allen were having their way in the slot, having their way in the middle of the field. It was just bad for Shamari Connor. But, hey, that's what happens when you can't get home at Ford. Chiefs defense, that pass rush was putrid. I didn't understand how Chris Jones were getting double teamed at times, sometimes triple teamed. So the numbers are in your favor. How are you, the other three guys, how are you not getting home? Yes, I'm talking to you. Whether it's a combination of George Karlaftis and Mike Dana and Charles Omenihu and whoever else they wanted to put in there. It didn't matter. It was no pass rush. Spags had to bring pressure. He had to bring 5 or 6 to get pressure. As the only time that was working for the Chiefs defense was to bring 5 or 6 at a time at Justin Herbert. And then there were times where Justin Herbert is still talented enough that he picked apart your blitz. So it was just a bad game. It started bad for that defense and never got right at all. Now, the silver lining in the Chiefs defense, if it makes you feel better, Chiefs Kingdom, if you don't want to crash out, look at the other contenders in the AFC that you presumptively are going to look at. Okay, look at the Buffalo Bills. They gave up 40 on defense. Silver lining, see? Glass half full. Exactly, right. Ravens, they're supposed to have one of the better defenses, right? Gave up 41. So if you're a glass half full kind of guy like me, looking for a silver lining, just look at the other top contenders in the AFC, like a Bills or a Ravens, and they're giving up 40 plus in week 1. So that's the only silver lining I got for the Chiefs defense. But that was a bad showing. It was bad. But overall, before I get out of here, just to talk about the game, this was not a game that the Chiefs lost and the Chargers just won because the Chiefs lost. No, this was an outright domination in the trenches on both sides of the football from the Chargers from beginning, from the jump. The Chiefs offense was able to figure some things out and get some points. Obviously, they got 21. It was the Chiefs defense that just never got right at all. But no, this was more Chargers said, no, man, we tired of y'all. Y'all didn't won 8 out the last 10. We tired of y'all. We sick of you Mahomes, they gave him an endless amount of pressure, tested that newly fixed offensive line, and had their way on offense by having the best protection job that probably Chargers offensive line has ever done. And that was down their starting left tackle, moving your right tackle over to left. Phenomenal job. Just got to give credit to Harbaugh and his coaching staff and Justin Herbert balled out. Man, Joe also. The Great Wall of Alt. I don't know what kind of saying y'all gonna come up with in Chargers land for Joe Alt. Come up with a clever nickname because the alt wall. I don't know. I'm just throwing spitballing right now, but come up with a nickname for that man. Stonewall Alt. I don't know. That man's a problem. If you're gonna have success as a defense against the Chargers offense, I suggest you pick on the other four guys. Don't test. Do not try Joe Alt. Don't try him. Ask Chris Jones. All right. Don't try Joe Alt. All right. Try Jesus. Don't try Joe Alt because he got brick hands. He's a problem. All right, y'all. That's the first episode of Under Further Review. Where again, I'm not an expert. If you want X's and O's on those type of review shows, go somewhere else. I'm just a fan talking football and trying to give perspective on why a team won and why a team lost. And, I guess the real purpose of this is just to help when you're having the cooler talk in football, as fans do, at least that we're talking about what we saw and it's able to anything that you say matches up with what you saw. So that's the point of this. The point of the review part. Because again, as a Chief fan, I watched this game 3 times already. So I'm not going to look at it no more because I will throw up if I had to look at that piss poor performance from the defense. But no, all credit goes to the Chargers. This was not the Chiefs had so many mistakes. It was they shot themselves in the foot. And yes, that is true. But the reason why they got an L in their column is because the Chargers said, nah, on both sides of the football, dominated the trenches, very physical, and they're going to be a problem. The only caveat I got about the Chargers is health. Can they, how many bodies are going to fall amongst the next 16 games? We'll see. I'm just saying, as a football fan, I will be okay if the Chargers don't have all these, crap ton of and a shitload of injuries and they're not always hitting their full potential. Because I think that's kind of been some of their downfalls is just health wise. But no, this was just Chargers saying, man, we sick of that team in Kansas City. Definitely sick of Mahomes. And we're just going to come out and just punch you in the mouth on both sides of the football. And they did. Especially in the trench warfare, the more physical team, the more they seem more relaxed too. And I thought I didn't say that because what more motivation did the Chiefs need to come out and have a good game? I mean, everybody saw what happened in February against the Eagles. That was enough motivation you needed. And for them to come out that flat on both sides of the ball for majority of the game, quite inexcusable in my opinion, but neither here nor there. All right, folks, let me get up out of here. I didn't done enough podcasts today, and I've done enough talking. And this podcast is not meant to go on for hours. It's just 30 minutes max at most. Talk about some of the key reasons why the Chiefs lost and why the Chargers won. But all in all, Chargers was just the better team that day. Dominated in the trenches, and everything else pretty much took care of itself after that. So definitely big props to the Chargers. Don't sleep on them. They must have heard my disrespect that I didn't have them in the playoffs after they won 11 games last year. And they said, all right, we'll show you, Mark. Oh, they showed me. All right. But all right, y'all. Hey, y'all want to do me a favor? Hit that like, share, subscribe button, that bell notification every time you go live on IOW Sports Network. Or you can tap in with me on my Twitter, Casey Wildcard Mar Yeah, that's where I be at on the Twitter. Right under my name, right there. I thought I had it up, but there it is. Casey Walkarma on the Twitter. That's where I be posting all my content. All right, let's get up out of here. It's been real. Until the next episode of Under Further Review, I'll probably do a couple more games off of week one, and then I'm gonna do my best to get to as many or all the games per week as possible. We'll see. I also got a very hectic, busy schedule, so trying to watch 16 games per week is going to be rough for me. It's going to be hard. Thank God I got the NFL Plus app, and I can get those condensed versions. Watch a game in 40 minutes. So we'll see. But look, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to, hey, most importantly, do. That's right. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Hey, and until next time, everything's going to be under further review. Holla at your boy. Peace.